Novak, he's overrated. Novak's a has-been. Novak, kick him out. Boy, I'm glad they can't hear me.
And he made insulting and offensive comments towards me. So I was hoping he's going to apologize in public.
I considered it to be humour, which is consistent with most things I do.
The tennis world has been left in a frenzy after Djokovic revealed the truth behind his decision to boycott his post-match interview at the Australian Open. The Serbian superstar fronted the media and made it clear that offensive comments made by Tony Jones days earlier were behind his Channel 9 boycott. Jones broke his silence and apologized to Djokovic.
Which I considered to be banter. I considered it to be humour. And as I stand here now, I stand by that apology to Novak if he felt any disrespect, which quite clearly he does. I do feel as though I've let down the Serbian fans. Now, I'm not just saying this to try and wriggle out of trouble or anything. I genuinely feel for those fans.
But he also included a sensational claim that he had already apologized to members of Djokovic's support team behind the scenes in secret more than 24 hours before Djokovic's walk-off.
I immediately contacted the Djokovic camp and issued an apology to them, so this is 48 hours ago, for any disrespect that Novak felt that I'd caused. And as I stand here now, I stand by that apology to Novak if he felt any disrespect, which quite clearly he does.
But Djokovic wasn't satisfied and wanted a public apology.
And since then, he chose not to issue any public apology. Neither did Channel 9, so since they're official broadcasters, I chose not to give interviews for Channel 9. I have nothing against Jim Courier, neither the Australian public, and it was a very awkward situation for me to face on the court today.
When asked about his insults, Jones said that he is disappointed that it has come to this.
I think the one thing where I overstepped the mark, and this is certainly what's really sort of angered Novak Djokovic in his camp, is the last comment I made in that back and forth with the crowd, kick him out. Now, I can stand here and put whatever spin I want in that, but it can only be interpreted as a throwback to the COVID years when he was kicked out. Now, that has angered Novak, which I completely understand now.
But why we shouldn't trust Tony Jones when he says he is sorry? Well, he already attacked Djokovic, but everyone already forgot about this. And it was during Novak's 2022 deportation. He was campaigning against Djokovic and supported his deportation, and also said the authorities had to stop him from coming to Australia despite the fact that at the time he was going for his 10th title in Melbourne. This isn't the first time a reporter has dared to insult Novak. When he was only 18 years old, he got insulted by a reporter that said we should not expect much from him.
Today, Novak Djokovic, and what do we know about him, and what can you expect from him?
Not a lot. This kid is the youngest kid in the draw. He just turned 18 last week. He's tall and he's skinny and he's very, very hungry. In fact, when you look at him, it looks like he's hungry literally and figuratively.
In late 2000s, Nadal was considered one of the best players on clay. At the time, Nadal's clay court dominance was so overwhelming that many believed he was untouchable on the surface. Media made an aura around him that he is unbeatable. After losing to Nadal on clay, Djokovic said he thinks Nadal is beatable.
Even though he's the best and everybody thinks that he's unbeatable, I say he's not unbeatable, he's beatable.
Even at that point, the mass media was not in favor of Djokovic, something that will follow him throughout his entire career.
Nadal was wondering if something was lost in translation. Your reaction?
Are you kidding me? When the trainer came out, buddy, Djokovic, do you need some smelling salts? Do you want to incite Rafa? I think the next time he plays you, he is going to drop the hammer on you. You will never forget saying that. You must have been watching a different match than I was, because to me, it was a heavyweight versus a middleweight. You were being pushed back. What were you thinking about, buddy? Did you see anything different there that I didn't?
Djokovic got big support from Elon Musk and Piers Morgan after his X-post.
The reason why I did not do an interview that is a common practice after the matches for the winner to do a post-match interview. So I just wanted to make sure that I clarify with everyone what happened. The reason why I chose not to do that is because a few days ago, a famous sports journalist here from Australia who works for a main broadcaster of Australian Open at Channel 9 decided to mock Serbian fans, and he made insulting and offensive comments towards me. So I was hoping he's going to apologize in public, which he hasn't done yet. neither did the Channel 9. So that's the only reason why I didn't do the interview. It was, of course, not a great feeling for me, and it was quite awkward on the court. Jim Courier was the one that came out. I have tremendous respect for him, and I always love speaking to Jim. And I know that a lot of people wanted to hear me speak, so I apologize for everyone being on the stadium and not being able to hear me speak, and on the TV as well. But that's the main reason, and I have to stand by, my decision and hold these stands until something is done. So I leave it to Channel 9, and hopefully that situation will change for the next match. All the best.